Greetings, beloved viewers. This is Human Family. This is Gilles, and I come to you today to do a tarot reading to address the condition for the month of December. It's a bit ahead of time, but although because there is still much to be enjoyed in November. In my past video on the alignment of Chiron and Neptune, I was saying that it's a good idea to use sport and meditation rather than alcohol, tobacco, or drugs to address this emotional condition. I didn't mean to. There is no judgment on my part. You do whatever you want with your life. Everybody has to decide what's right, what's wrong, and everything in moderation can be fine. There is no problem with that. I was just expressing the fact that in order to address those emotions, it's much better to use meditation, so it is addressed than going into what is known as a poor coping mechanism. As a Pisces ascendant Pisces, I know that very well. Of course, all those things are here to teach us. We have things to learn from everything. Everything comes from love, and so we within that we decide what's right, what's wrong for us. Everybody's different, so there is no judgment on my part in relation to that. I know some people did not like this video because I recommended that we do not use those things. Maybe it is just for me. I don't know. I will. Ask the oracle to get the highest possible guidance for us, and I'll seek also to address all 12 signs. The general idea, the general idea as the outcome for everyone and for December is this card is called Eternal Life. So it is very much about discovering this new soul frequency, this new soul energy that will be coming in, and so it is represented by the Sphinx and the Ankh. It is connecting to that eternal part of ourselves that is becoming more and more present. It's easier and easier every day to find that, and so it doesn't have to be. It's already there. You cannot lose it. There is no mistake. There is nothing wrong. Everything will teach us something. And so this part you can never lose. Also, it is an eternal part of you. So you cannot lose that eternal soul. But many people have forgotten, choose not to even address it because the temporal life is all they need to address. But for those who are seeking to advance and progress, this is a great opportunity. This lifetime is a great opportunity to complete the cycle of incarnation and to move on to something else, something higher, in the higher planes. So for Aries for Aries, I'm going to address each sign, and then I'm going to do an overview. Here we have for the cremation ground, which is meditation. So which is not very easy. Aries are really a fire sign. They really want to move forward all the time, but you have to find the right balance between action and non-action to be able to access an harmonious flow, and so you will find that. If you should seek that result, because every action you cannot go into action. You have to eventually stop, and then from the stop you move back into action, and then the action leads to the beginning again. Then for Taurus, the Taurus it may not be for the Taurus. We have here the chameleon, which is the power of being adaptive, to adapt to all the situation. It may not be the most solid ground at this point, but it's still it's a good energy to learn to blend in, to adapt to every environment, to use all the energy so that you can actually become integrated within every situation that presented itself to you. For Gemini, we have here the asylum, which is it's a horse that's been climbing on a tree. It's about finding this inner peace, this inner rest, this place inside of us where we can actually contemplate the situation. So, because Gemini is a very active mentally, and so it is a place where you can actually contemplate this whole process without always being moved from one side to the other. It's okay to go to different sides, but it's also good to be able to be centered within, and to be able to look at things from a vantage perspective. After that, for the Cancer, we have the wish fulfilling gem, which is very much the card of the lovers, and so it is in the 4th house, and so it is very much about finding that right balance, that right partner, that right harmony, that right connection, that point of balance to make all the proper alignment, so that you can fully be able to enjoy that coming together, that sexual fulfillment and energetic and alignment. For Leo, in the heart, we have slay the ego, which means the soul will take over, but first we have to address those things that whatever no longer works will not. The life will force us to address those things, so that we may have to let go of those things that do no longer work. I'm sorry, sometimes I keep repeating myself through those readings, but it is a long process, and the process remains the same. Life remains the same. It is just we are involved in a process that is evolving, and slowly but surely life is getting its way. Then for the Virgo, in Virgo we have the serpent power, which is the power of will, the power of decision. Of course, all those cards, I will read them as for everyone, because they address various aspects of consciousness. So the serpent power is about making the choices, knowing that in terms of you have the power to decide, you have to choose whatever you want. It's for you to choose it. So it is within your power to make those decisions, and from there life will unfold in relationship to your choices. Then in Libra, for the Libras, we have taking up the arms. That means you can't really be rushing anything, because it won't serve you to be. You cannot move faster than the process of life, the natural process of life. It's someone who's kind of gesticulating in front of a turtle. So no matter how much he wants to move forward, but the turtle will move only as fast as he wants to. So it is there is a natural flow of unfoldment that will be happening. Just relax and enjoy the process. Then in Scorpio, we have Shiva, the pillar of fire. So it is very much a kind of empowerment, this great energy that will come from within, that will bring into light all those things that needs to be addressed and brought into light, so that more empowerment, more well-being will be coming. Then in Sagittarius we have the Phoenix, which is the sun here, and it is about a rebirth. It is a card of power, a card of abundance, a card of everything is possible. Every day there is a new rebirth, a new day. Every new day there is a rebirth. If you can you can always make a blank slate and then just start again and recreate life anew every day, following your own flow. Then in Capricorns we have the last laugh, which is the path of humor. Humor can really remove you from any karmic relationship. It's about the future and the way to transcend, to overcome any tension. Could be humor is a wonderful way. You may ask to call on an ascended master named Maitreya, who's the cosmic Christ, who's the future Buddha, who's really much the master of humor, laughing at everything, so that he can be ecstatic all the time, no matter what is happening. Laughter is always a wonderful way of transcending every situation. Then in Aquarius we have the fire of sacrifice, which means sometimes in life you have to sacrifice something in order to achieve something else. And usually we know what we need to sacrifice, and we know what we're going to get in sacrificing what we need to sacrifice. So that is something you need to meditate on. And in Pisces we have this card, which is mean and heavy. And basically this card says, well, do not be like the world, do not be mean and heavy, remain light and sweet and nice. No matter what happened, there is no really reason to reflect this heaviness that the world may be portraying. For within there is something better. So essentially, as far as the reading goes, essentially for everyone, for all of us, we are. It is the cremation ground. It looks a bit scary, but it's about transcending death. It's about achieving the meditation, achieving the point where we actually are like in the matrix. We can ascend, we can disconnect from the matrix and have a vantage standpoint to look at things. The vantage standpoint of eternity, because this is very much the outcome of the reading. Then what we possess is the ability to blend in, to harmonize with whatever situation. The chameleon is in Taurus, and it is what we possess in the world, and so we are able to use that power to blend in. We can maybe even disappear at time when we need it, to be invisible if we are clear enough. But it's not. It may not be. It's very stable, but it shows us the ability to blend in and to harmonize, to concord with situation. Then in Gemini, it's a mental communication, our travel and mental action. And here we have the asylum, and the asylum is about being serene within everything and not having to expend too much mental energy, so that we can enjoy and relax and rest. In Cancer, it's our home, our emotional emotional realm, the surrounding, also the end of life, what will unfold. And here we have the wish fulfilling gem, so that means it's a very comfortable, very loving, very warm situation where we can find this true union within and without, with the world, and also with in terms of family situation. For the Cancer is the mother as well. Then in the art we have the slay the ego, which means all those things that did not work have to be relinquished, and so the heart wants to be free, wants to love, but until there are things that are holding us back, we cannot totally be free. And so once we surrender to that, we find Soma, which is the phallic mushroom. She's the moon. She's the moon goddess. She's a very beautiful light energy that will lead us to the ascension as we pass through the many gates that will lead us there. In terms of health and nutrition, we have here the serpent power. So that means it is within our power to do the cleansing we need to do if we want to do it. It is all within our power to do those things. In terms of the social, in Libra, all the social actions, things are progressing, will be progressing, they will be moving forward, but at their own pace. There is no need to rush. If you're trying to go faster than the machine, you're going to be ahead of yourself, so you do not need that. You want to be in the right time, in the right place. And divine timing will bring the right thing, exactly what we need at the right time, always. Then in Scorpio, which is the inner depths, all those things of the subconscious, of what comes from within. And here we have a great sense of empowerment, a great new light that is coming, new strengths, new power in relationship to sex, in relationship to death, in relationship to money. All those things will be empowered, so we can use those energy into our life. Then in Sagittarius, which is our concern, our laws, our philosophy, we have the sun, the phoenix, we are concerned about this great empowerment, about the best of everything. We want, we need, we deserve the best of everything. It's just how much are we willing to get, to address, to clear, in order to make space for those new things to come into our life. And every day there is a new rebirth, a new understanding, a new truth that will be revealed to us. What comes to us from the universe, from the mother on Capricornus, is the last laugh. And so the last laugh is about once again, it's about being able to detach ourselves and laugh at things, to have humor, to enjoy the life, and not take things too seriously, not too personally, so that we can be free, we can enjoy ourselves, we can have laughter is the most rejuvenating power. It is something, if you can laugh at least once a day, find something that makes you laugh, then good for you, because that's very important, to find ways to entertain yourself, to have fun, to enjoy. Then in Aquarius, it's our hope, our wishes, and here we have the fire of sacrifice, which is we are hoping that by doing what we are doing, we will get what we want, and so this is in the process of happening. There is all kinds of things that are let go, so that they will make space for the rest. Yet the world will be in Pisces is the karma. So in terms of collective karma, there will be the challenge will be to stay in touch with the goodness within and not to allow all the chaos of the outside world to bring us to drag us into this heavy energy, so that we can remain light and continue to enjoy our life without having to fall prey to those to negative emotion or negative frequency. And the outcome, once again, is eternal life. So that is the best outcome you can ever get. I mean, once you have that, it is eternal. You know, the universe, life, what we know on the earth is just a glimpse, a drop of water in the ocean of eternity. Once you understand, you connect to that ocean, then once we connect to that ocean, then we'll see life from a totally different perspective, and we'll have so much more enjoyment for this next year that is coming from this vantage standpoint of eternity. I hope this reading was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful month of December, wonderful holidays, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.